Hello, everyone.
Oh, you already started it?
I did already start it.
Oh, hello.
Cool. I'm just going over our settings here real quick since everything is looking
Did we get
pretty
an
handy.
ad? We did get an ad. What's this ad for? Amazon Studios.
Where did I get on this one? No ad on this one.
No ad on that one. Did you guys get an ad? Let us know.
Lame.
This candle is reflecting in my glasses. Let me know in the comments what ad you received. We received there's
Oh,
people.
some people making out. Oh, I think it's a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, Amazon Studios. Life Itself.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
it looks so cute. I'm going to skip it.
You skipped our own ad.
Oh, no. Wow, that even looks better up here.
Yeah.
How's our video look today? We're doing things a little bit differently with the lighting. I got my laptop here to make me gleam nice and pretty.
We're making some awesome changes, guys. And we have some Halloween decorations. Love my hair. Thank you. You can't really see. There's light orange like streaks in it. It's red with, you can really see it in the sunlight.
Leftover hippie said I finally made it to one of these. Congrats.
Awesome.
I'm glad you're able to make it live.
Good morning, Starla. And Mark from Nevada, Natasha.
You
hello.
look pinker. Maybe we just got a little more sunlight this time around.
It might be what, pinker? It might be the red in the background. Because we did we have red background lights. I was gonna
we'll be getting better lights and a better webcam here soon too. We're trying to upgrade everything to 4K, and we upgraded to fiber internet, so we'll actually be able to give you guys our content with less interruption.
Yes, that's so exciting. So we have a few announcements for those who are joining us for the very first time. Man, this is different having it not high up.
Yeah, we switched monitors. I gave her my big one, and I've got some super crazy gaming one now. So.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So for those who are joining us for the very first time, we hang out for the first 10 minutes. We give you guys news and updates and yada, 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 yada. So we have a few updates, and then right at noon on the dot, you will get to listen to our normal content. So if you're watching the replay, feel free to fast forward a little bit. So first of all, for those of you who attended my Art by Starla Moore launch last Friday, which is why we did not have Q&A, I released my autumn collection. Let me know in the comments if you attended my live launch, and let me know, what did you think? What did you think of seeing a launch that sold out in literally what? Like, not even, I always say 30 seconds, but let's be honest.
Some of the keys, it was like before I could even get the page refreshed, people had already bought everything.
This is what I teach you guys. This is alpha domination, and this is proof that it works because I do it every single time I launch. I was there. Let's see. Yay, finally made it on time. Got an ad for YouTube promoter.
Wearing my pumpkin spice necklace as you speak.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm glad you already got that. That's crazy.
Unless it was from last year.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot
we did that one last year.
Awesome. So that is the exact type of content that I teach in the Handmade Alpha Academy. How to gain that raving, crazy following of fans that does everything that you need them to do, that buys your products, and so on and so forth.
We'll mute that laptop so it'll shut its mouth.
We've got all kinds of crazy stuff.
We got ourselves a new laptop so we could have a little more variety in what we do.
So for those of you who are not aware yet, Handmade Alpha Academy is my course that teaches you how to dominate Etsy. Several Handmade Alpha Academy students are in the comments. If you're out there, leave us a comment. Be sure to shout out if you're a Handmade Alpha Academy student. Let everyone know some of the amazing things that you've been doing in the Handmade Alpha Academy, but don't tell too much because obviously that's all top secret. Now, Handmade Alpha Academy opens in December, and we're thinking about opening it December 1st. We only opened enrollments twice a year. We've only opened enrollments technically once, other than like a mini launch that we did with Renee Christine. So we have 160 students right now, and it is just wild in there. So if you guys need to save up, just keep December in mind. You were going to say
something.
Yeah,
somebody said they like my shirt. It's probably one of my favorite bands. So thank you.
So, and make sure that you're on my email list. That's linked down below, the Handmade Alpha VIPs, because you get a huge, giant, massive, insane discount. Look, HAA rocks, HAA student, HAA student, HAA student.
All the love.
Awesome. All the love. Now, we have few more announcements. I need to get scooting with these because we have to start soon. All right. So has anybody heard about what I'm doing on October 28th? Some of you have, some of you may have not. And this goes along with Handmade Alpha Academy. For those of you who live in the Ohio radius, whether you live in Ohio or within driving distance of Ohio, I will be presenting 2 live presentations at Bitchcraft Fair. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube, for saying the name of this event. Bitchcraft Fair in Columbus, Ohio on October 28th. And I believe that the tickets are $15. The link to buy your tickets is down below. I'll be hanging out live with you guys, meeting you guys, doing 2 live presentations. It's going to be super duper fun. If you guys aren't into like the witchcraft kind of pagan vibe, that's totally fine. My event is in its own room. So if, you know, you're not into the actual general theme of the event, that's fine. I will be there in my own room if you don't want to, you know, do the other stuff. But otherwise, you can dress up. Ooh, my voice cracked. You can dress up. You can, it is a kid-friendly event. You can let them, you know, trick or treat. There's going to be trick or treating at the tables. I'll have some candy there too if you want to bring your kiddos. But the big shebang about this Bitchcraft Fair event thing is that I will be giving away 2 scholarships to the Handmade Alpha Academy. Those are almost worth $2,000 each, $1,997 a piece. And I'll be giving away 1 per presentation. I'm doing 2 presentations, and I believe my first presentation will be around 3 o'clock-ish. And then I need a break to kind of recoup, drink some tea, let my voice rest. And then I should be doing another one like an hour or 2 later. I don't have all the specifics yet, but your ticket price, which is only $15, includes those 2 seminars with me. And plus we can take selfies and hang out, and it's going to be so much fun. So all the information for that is linked down below if you want to look at the event page. I think they're still accepting vendors. You just have to kind of fit the general like Halloween motif. So if you have a product that could fit into that, you can also find information about vending at that event. So other news, you guys, have you seen our mugs, our new mugs? These are from Domestic Platypus, who is usually here. Are you here today? Let us know if you're here, Domestic Platypus. Okay, cool. So we're drinking out of these awesome mugs, and I did link Domestic Platypus down below. We do now know Domestic Platypus's name because of the signature on our note, but we won't tell. That'll be our little secret. You got to order from Domestic Platypus to get, you know, to know what the name is.
To go live. Where is the replay?
We are live.
We are live currently.
We're live right now. Hi. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
New lighting makes Mark's eyes pop more than usual. Maybe it's because I actually got sleep last night, but that's not true.
I was going to say his eyes always pop. They're so beautiful. We are 1 minute, so don't answer questions now. Questions wait. I have news. P.O. Box is linked down below. We do not have enough products for an unboxing for a while. So if you've been waiting to send us products for an unboxing that you want, you know, contributed to the Alpha giveaway, P.O. Box is linked down below. We're trying to do like Halloween and fall typed items for this box. But if we don't get enough in time, we're not going to be able to do a fall giveaway. We will have to move right on to a winter giveaway. So if you guys have like some fall products that you want to send us for the giveaway or for the Alpha wall, right now we have a ton of stuffed animals back there because I didn't have any better Halloween decorations to put back there. So right now it's stuffed animals, but we will get some more up there. And lastly, we have, let's see. Okay, it's noon on the dot. Yep. We have a shop list linked in the Handmade Alpha Facebook community, okay? There should be a photo floating around. I think that I might have pinned it to the announcements. Not quite sure. If not, go to the photo section. You should find it. I'll try to bump it. But basically, this is a huge Google document where you guys can add your shop list so you can shop with and be shopped from with other Handmade Alphas in the Handmade Alpha community. And this is going to make Christmas shopping really, really fun, help support fellow Alphas. Just make sure that if you do not know how to edit this document, I mean, it's super easy. You just open it and you start typing on it. But a few people said, I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to do this. Please don't risk editing it and deleting it. Please email us at Starla@Handmade Alpha Academy if you have no idea what you're doing and you don't know how to add to it. Yeah, most of you know how to type into a document, but if for any reason you're afraid that you're going to delete the document, Just don't delete anything on it.
Just give us a few days and we'll get you on the list.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start. Let's see.
Yes,
Do we have?
Yes, Lisa, you can share your happy of the day.
Yay.
I got it all excited in the store this morning finding pumpkin pie Greek yogurt. I'm so excited for fall. You know, it's actually pretty good if you're not a huge fan of whipped cream, which if you're not, you're weird. But just plain Greek yogurt or vanilla Greek yogurt with your pumpkin pie, just a little bit. It's pretty good.
All right. So I'm trying to get my notes so I don't lose what we're talking about today. Let me see here. Ooh, stay. Okay, well, my notebook is not staying with this new setup. There we go. All right, so let's start talking about some holiday prep tips that you guys can start applying now, because ultimately you guys should be getting your shops ready for the holidays, even if you don't have holiday collections out yet. I know that this last 2 weeks in particular have been huge for launching fall collections. That's fantastic. But right when that's done, and you've got your fall collection launched, which it should be by now. If not, you need to get on that ASAP. Don't wait until October 1st. That needs to be done in September. But right now you need to start prepping for the holiday shopping season. There's not a whole lot that you can do if you don't have your actual winter collections launched yet, but you can start doing the small tweaking that will save you a ton of time when things do start getting busy. Did we have any questions?
No.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said their hubby won't let them drive down for the craft show. Said with their luck these days, the van will blow up.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
So let's start talking about these holiday prep tips. First holiday prep tip that I have for you is if you accept returns. Like if you have a return policy in your shop, keep in mind that someone who is shopping for holiday gifts might place an order for a gift in November, but they're not going to give that gift until what, December 25th? So if your return policy is only 30 days, just bear with me for a minute. If your return policy is only 30 days, that means that that return policy will have expired by the time that they actually give the gift. And if for any reason the product doesn't fit the person, they can't exchange it. So my idea, my proposition to you is to extend just for the holidays, but extend the time that you will allow for returns and exchanges into, we'll say, early January, mid-January. That way they have enough time to actually shop for the holidays, because this is going to be really detrimental to shops who sell clothing where that person isn't quite sure that they're buying the right size. Now, I understand that if it's completely custom items that you cannot accept returns on, that's fine. But this is for the shops that, already accept returns and they have no reason not to, okay? If you make custom products, that's going to be a little bit different. But if you're not a print-on-demand shop and you can accept those returns and you have products that have the potential to be returned, exchanged, so on and so forth, make sure that you extend out that time, okay? I feel so behind at trying to move and keep up to date is making me nuts. I need to do at least a small fall release and then go Yule crazy. Yeah, and don't stress about it. If you haven't already started working on a fall collection, I mean, it's going to be really hard for you to get one out. You could do a mini launch and just do a couple limited products, but honestly, that ship is kind of already, packing to sail. So just make sure that if you're going to do it, you do it like within the next 2 weeks, because October is basically right around the corner. It's already what, the 14th? Yeah. So another really great idea for the holidays is your shop sections, which are on the left navigation of your Etsy storefront. I saw a shop that categorized their shop sections by price. So they had a section that was called under $20 or $20 and up, $30 and up, $40 and up. And that was so cool to me. So even if it was just a temporary thing for the holidays, now do keep in mind that your shop sections do count for a little bit of SEO brownies. So this isn't something that you need to do, but it is a really cool idea. If you have very giftable products and you find that a majority of your sales are made in the holiday shopping season, primarily November, then this is a really, really great way, especially if you're a high volume seller where you believe that people are really going to be looking at your prices, because ultimately prices should be higher around this time of year because people are going to, use discount codes and coupons, especially for Black Friday. So that's another tip. Make sure that if you haven't raised your prices yet, that you begin doing that if you plan to partake in the Black Friday season, which we're going to be talking a lot more about that in the coming weeks. We have a whole Black Friday training planned. What do we have?
DomesticPlatypus. As a print-on-demand shop, I still find it beneficial to offer returns. I see very few overall, but really reassures customers. Etsy helpfully offers the option to only accept returns for exchange, which is helpful and works well enough to reassure people while not potentially and immediately taking money out of your pocket.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I like that too.
And a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of people who don't necessarily, they're not planning on making a return, but they feel like if you don't accept returns that you're trying to hide something, you know?
Right.
So just accepting those returns is good in the eyes of your customers. So any more questions? We'll try to
no actual questions.
We'll try to do more questions at the end. I want to get through the topics because people yell at us in the replay if we don't do that.
They're doing pretty good. They're not asking questions right now.
Okay. The next thing is gift wrapping. And yes, you can charge for gift wrapping, but I recommend not charging for gift wrapping. And I mean, if you want to do like a premium packaging that does cost you a lot of money, you could charge extra for that. But just a general, you know, for all of your other orders, even just a cheap tissue paper wrap like I do, I don't hardly pay anything for my gift wrapping. I wrap it in tissue paper, I tie a bow on it, I stick a custom branded sticker on it, and it's done. Anything that you can do to customize that order is going to save time for your customers who are actually buying it and gifting it, especially if you make that packaging look really nice because they want to see that. Now, another big thing is when I shop around the holidays and I see that an Etsy shop offers gift wrapping, my first thought is, what does it look like? What does the gift wrapping look like? Because I feel like that's almost included in what I'm buying. I want to know exactly what that gift wrapping looks like. That way I don't, you know, I can plan to wrap it myself if I don't like the way that their gift wrapping looks or if it's not super professional. So another suggestion is to make sure that you have a photo of your gift wrapping in every single listing. Now you can see an example of this in my Etsy shop, which is linked all the way down at the bottom, art by Starla. And I have a photo of my brand new branded packaging. I did wrap all of my packages in white tissue paper with a black ribbon and a white gift bag. And I actually just flip-flop that. And I now do black packaging, black gift bag, white ribbon. Looks a whole lot better. And my fans seem to really like it. But you can see an example of that in my photos. Where'd I go? Okay, next. Holiday shipping times. We will have more precise shipping times for you soon that you should take note of if you're shipping within the US. I'm not as good at getting these like shipping deadlines for my international sellers. And I know that that really stinks for you guys, but your local, whatever shipping source that you use, you can look online and usually find those shipping times in mid-September to October. You can start seeing those. But when you actually get those shipping times, we'll use USPS as an example for, you know, most of us. You just go to their website and you will see what those dates are. Now, what I recommend doing is add 5 to 10 days on top of what they suggest. Okay. So if they say, you know, oh, make sure that order shipped by December 20th to arrive by the holidays, you need to make sure that they're like shipping by the 10th. Okay. Because that doesn't factor into inevitable mail delays. So always add a few days onto that. And if you're asking yourself, if you're putting your holiday shipping information in too many places, you're not, because people will still miss it. So the places that I recommend putting your holiday shipping deadlines are your Etsy shop banner. Make sure that you make it kind of inconspicuous and it doesn't take up the whole banner, but stick it in the corner. In your listing photos, so make a listing photo that has your shipping deadlines. In your listing description, down in the actual listing itself. In your storefront, in your shop announcement, so, you know, right under your banner where that shop announcement expands, stick it there. And down in your FAQ section, all the way down at the bottom of your shop, okay? And you want to make sure that you also put in US shipping. So if you're in the US, make sure that you include how long it will take for US orders, international orders. Now, there are some international orders that will take longer. I'll have more information on that later, but I usually put China and South Africa in their own like bracket because they take a lot longer than, or maybe it's South Africa and South America. For some reason, those places in particular take a lot longer. So they have their own bracket. And then APOs, that's one that no one thinks of. APOs. What's an APO, sweetheart?
Military installation.
A military installation. And those are usually U.S.
OCONUS usually.
Yeah, those are usually U.S. bases that are in other countries, but it still shows as a US address, if that makes sense. So even though it's in another country, and the shipping times for APOs vary. So it's really, really good to cater.
Some of them are a long time.
Right. So it's really good to cater to those APOs because, I mean, we're a military family, or we're a military family. And that was one of those things that, you know, that I was always sure to cater to. And all of my fans thanked me for it. All of my actual military audience thanked me, because your products might be going in care packages. They might be going, you know, directly to a service member overseas. So those are all things to consider. Shipping dates for military bases too. Yeah, that would be the APOs. Military bases in the US don't take any additional time. It's just
some of them do. Some of them don't have USPS offices on base.
Right. Well, maybe like out in the deserts.
Yeah, some of them are more remote too. Those bases are definitely going to have an extended
That's
time
going to be,
they do Secret Service kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be subject to base though. So
yeah, that's base to base, and you're likely not going to find that info online. So just be prepared for it. APO goes through its own special postal delivery. Yeah.
Right. So another big thing, make sure that your shop is ready by November 1st. I know that that sounds weird, but the thing is, your shoppers' mindsets are like October and September, Halloween, 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 fall, 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 fall. November 1st, it's like light turns on and suddenly there's snowflakes and Santa Claus and Silent Night is playing in the background and everybody's rocking around the Christmas tree. Even though there totally is another holiday in there, you've got Thanksgiving. But most people are throwing up their Christmas decorations in November. You know, I think that decorating for Christmas, like before Thanksgiving, so your house is already decorated, is becoming increasingly popular. So especially if you sell home decor, you need to make sure that that holiday stuff is in your shop by November 1st. Okay. And not to mention December, I almost don't even count December as a shipping month for the holidays, because you almost need to be done shipping those orders. Unless you offer insanely fast shipping, you pretty much need to be done shipping by like December 10th to 15th in the US at the latest, because otherwise, you know, we're getting into crazy expedited shipping prices. You want to make sure that you're focusing most of your efforts in November and early December. Is it too late to add?
We have a lot of stuff before that I got to read. We've got like 15 or 20 comments to read.
Guys, keep in mind that we try to answer questions at the end.
We'll go ahead and kill these off, and then I'm not going to read any more for like another few minutes.
Yeah, we do questions at the end.
Domestic platypus. Might also be worthwhile to specifically note that you're shipping from the USA this year, as there's going to be a huge influx of cheap products from China this year. eBay actually trying to push specifically items $5 with shipping starting this fall. 99% of those items will be e-packet from China. Should drive a lot of shoppers to Etsy instead.
Awesome. So specify if you're shipping from even if you're shipping from Canada or, you know, or the UK, make sure that you're specifying, because there are so many mass-produced Chinese, you know, shops. And for you Etsy sellers who do sell from China, but you sell handmade products, make sure that you have a lot of proof is in the pudding, like in your Etsy shop. So photos of you actually making your products, because there are a lot of people who are going to be suspicious of sellers that are coming from China, because there's just so much mass-produced junk.
Crap.
Yeah.
Where's the best deal for custom branded stickers? That depends on exactly what you're looking for. But Linda Barutha commented and said, I supply custom branded stickers at amazing prices. So there's your answer. It really just depends on what you're looking for, how big it is, the dimensions, all that fun stuff, what resolution they're going to have to be at.
Yeah, check out Linda.
Is it wise to open my Etsy store with a holiday winter collection launch, or should I just use my base product line and wait till next year for a holiday launch? I make watercolor greeting cards.
Incorporate a few products into like a signature line, but put them into your holiday collection. Like, not everything in your holiday collection needs to be Santa Clauses and snowflakes. Throw in a few neutral themes that could be, you know, consistent throughout the year, and introduce those with your December collection. Okay. That way you can get the best of both worlds, and then just phase out the actual, you know, Christmas themed items and launch another collection maybe for January or February. Okay.
And then Leftover Hippies and Canada Post is going on strike on the 26th. So that should be fun. Sorry to all you Canada folk. Probably going to have issues with shipping there. Let's see here. Hubby was on a ship and his mom mailed like 2 months ahead. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a ship.
Yeah, ships that's going to be
That's a
different.
big difference. I ship everything priority. Let's see. Yeah, I ship everything priority mail. Do they still ship in 2 to 3 days?
You'd have to look online.
Yeah, it's dependent on where you live. I got an ad for contacts. I think you might be a little late. Is it too late to add Halloween items?
No, it's not too late to add Halloween items, but you need to do it like this week and next week and then advertise the crap out of them because you are running a little late. People are already, you know what? If you see Halloween stuff in stores, your stuff should already be launched. You like plan to launch when you see that stuff in stores.
The strike of midnight, November 1st, Christmas barfs everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. November 1st. That's when it happens.
Ooh, I can do my holiday launch on 11/1. Perfect.
All right.
Yep.
So,
and then Maritza Maldonado, I can't tell if you're just reiterating what people are saying or if you have a particular question or something that you're trying to ask. Just let me know.
I think she's answering people's questions. It sounds like she's answering people's.
I just can't. It's very blunt, so I just can't tell what you're going for.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and continue now.
Yes. Sorry.
No more questions. Shush.
Wait until the end.
Shush.
We will get to you.
Shush.
We promise.
Shush your mouth.
Shut your mouth. We watched Step Brothers last night. All right. So next big thing, and this kind of goes with what I said about the sellers who are genuine who sell from China, which there are plenty out there. They just get drowned out.
At least 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Yeah, right. There's quite a few. Make sure that your about section is filled out. Put pictures of yourself. Like, you do not have to be this corporate company. That's not why people are on Etsy, sweetheart. They're not there to shop from a corporate company. They are there to shop from artisans. They're there to shop handmade products. And when you have photos of yourself and your face, you as a person are making a connection with that shopper, and they're more likely to trust you and to buy from you and to see your authenticity and passion. So all of those things, passion, authenticity, photos of you making your product, smiling, these are all very important elements to make sure that you have in your about section. And you would not believe how many about sections I see that either have product photos in them. That's a big no-no. Do supplies, do your workspace, do your packaging, do your face, do your family. Make sure that those are all in your about section. Or I don't see an about section at all. Shops just neglect to fill that out. And that tells me nothing.
There's not really an excuse to have any fields that you can customize undone. They're there for a reain.
Right. If there is a single field in your Etsy shop that is left undone, I'm the person who's sitting there wanting to know, like, wow, so did they not have the time to do this, or do they just not care? So I know that there's a lot of people who are going to get mad at me in the comments and say, I have my reasons. Well, you have your reasons, but I have my reasons not to buy from you. So
yeah, you're literally just providing any reason for someone to grab onto to not purchase from you.
Right.
It doesn't hurt to fill it out. Like, if somebody's going to ignore it in the first place, then it doesn't matter. But there's always going to be that one person that's going to be like, I want to know about this person. I want to see their life, this, that, and the other. I want to pick somebody who looks like they're doing good, or maybe I want to pick somebody who looks like they need money. There's a lot of different reasons people shop.
Right. Why should they support you?
Just fill it out. Doesn't hurt.
Why should they support your company? Why should they support you as an artist?
Amber said, whoa, that's orange. It's blue.
What, my hair?
Yeah, it's blue.
He's messing with you, Amber. All right. So we're okay. We only have one more point. And there's going to be more of these holiday trainings, but these are just your early bird trainings that you can start on now. This is a big one, and this is one that I've already seen happening, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, okay? This isn't directed at anybody in particular, but be aware. Don't neglect your branding in order to advertise with a seasonal theme. So, for example, if your branding is, we'll say, we'll use me for example, black, white, and gray. Okay. My branding is black, white, and gray. It's clean and it's simple. If I started shooting out ads and changing my Etsy banner and just throwing red and green and Christmas lights and candy canes and just threw all this crap on there, it would completely overshadow the theme of my branding. So throw in seasonal themes, okay?
Be tasteful.
That's fine. You can throw in a seasonal theme, but maybe if I wanted to brand my shop for the holidays, rather than throwing like red and green all over my banner, maybe I throw in some silver snowflakes that complement my black, white, and gray. Does that make sense? Or, you know, for example, Tiffany & Co. That's the example that Renee Christine always uses. Tiffany & Co., their branding is Tiffany blue, black, and white. It's almost anytime you see anything Tiffany & Co., it's usually that, you know, that light baby blue and white. They don't, during the holidays, they don't change their branding and throw a bunch of green and red all over it. They add in some silver snowflakes or a little touch of gold or a little bit of sparkle, but they don't get rid of their branding. They don't kick their branding to the curb just to throw a bunch of holiday vomit all over it. You got to make sure that you are still consistent with your branding, because that is what is going to make people remember you and recognize you in that saturated market.
Especially people that find you during the holidays and then post holidays. Like, they're going to be like, I don't remember favoriting this person. Why did I favorite this person?
Right.
And
so
joy, it would confuse people. Definitely.
Exactly.
100%.
All right. So we are now ready
for your questions.
I know that was like a whole lot to take in.
Domestic Platypus said, even a lot of bulk suppliers from China are reliable in shipping decent quality. Most big box stores are coming from China after all, but more junk than good in the current flood. My problem with buying things from China, and this is where big box stores kind of differ, is quality assurance. Big box stores can afford to have a whole line of people making, quality checking the products. Whereas the small companies that make the little like doodads and trinkets that are like 50 cents, they have zero quality assurance. They pull them off the line, they throw them on the polisher, and they throw them in a box. That's it. So that's my big problem.
We have an entire bin of supplies that we've ordered from China that we can't use. We cannot use them. Hundreds of dollars worth
probably
of
a few pounds worth of metal. And with our pieces of metal that we use being like this big, that's pretty significant.
Yeah. So we just have a junk bin because we can't use them. I love these mugs, by the way. I'm so happy.
I do. I really like them. I might hit you up to make some band stuff for me. I might want to discuss that. I don't want to abuse our friendship though. So just let me know.
We also have Handmade Alpha Academy mugs too upstairs.
We do. Those are just for us though. You don't get to see those.
We might during Academy launches. We'll drink out of them. Just these.
Let's see here. What's we got? I love seeing well-branded Christmas stores, as do I. Holly Jolly deck the halls.
Holly Jolly deck the halls.
That's right. Holy crap, quit moving. I use my own drawings of holly, reindeer, and robins.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good for accenting. You know, since Amber does sketch art, she can do her own holiday branding because her art is her branding.
Let's see here. My Christmas shop banner is going to be a stark winter snow scene. My main branding is also black, gray, and white.
Awesome. That's perfect. All consistent, cohesive.
And refer to Santa paws. Last year, I just added a Santa hat on my grandma photo, just enough to add some Christmas to it.
That's fine.
That works.
Add a Santa hat into your shop photo, like of yourself, your little selfie. Just you don't even need to wear one. Just Photoshop one on.
Lots of holiday decor is very color neutral this year. I've noticed that. I think people are kind of getting sick of the bright, colorful obnoxiousness when they're driving down the road.
White and gold is so big this year, and everything fall. All the pumpkins this year are white and neutral. Silver and gold.
I'm glad you covered this because I was confused on if I should add any graphics, but I like simple things.
Keep it simple.
That's why we're together. Those mugs are awesome.
Wait a minute. Do you hear this?
Did your box arrive yet? It's been ages.
It did. We're waiting until we get more items to open it. But if we don't get more Halloween type things, he's just going to have to open it. We will open it like in the next week.
So glad. I'll email an update in a bit and happy to work with you. I'm a musician as well, so extra happy to help. We want some weird things that I don't know if you'll want to do. So we'll find out. See, I launched a Halloween collection and I'm wondering when is a good time to transition to my holiday collection. I think we discussed that.
Shoppers are in Halloween mode until November 1st. And then November 1st, it's like a light switch. That light switch flips on and suddenly it's just candy cane and reindeers. Okay. So don't even, unless you've got like Thanksgiving products lined up, which you can still, if you do have Thanksgiving products, market those in between the Christmas products. Like do both. Yeah. Because ultimately most people are shopping for the holidays in November.
Not a concern. I'm a platypus. We're just my comfort zone. Cool.
That's perfect.
Let's see here. She said, I was sorry. I was worried it was lost. Nope, not lost. We would have let you know. Vanessa, the gym swag shop. So my flat lays consistently have dumbbells and a yoga mat in them, hence the name. Should I be reshooting them for holiday themed shirts or just keep it? It's part of my brand identity.
Now, I don't like flat lays that use the exact same photo for every single product, because that tells me that you are, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with print on demands, but it just, when the photos are identical, it kind of throws me off, because everything just looks, it's like my brain doesn't want to read the shirt. All I see is the same thing, and it almost tricks my mind into thinking that I'm seeing the same product. My recommendation is, even if you can take that flat lay into iPicky.com, get yourself a graphics pack of holiday flat lay items and throw them just somewhere onto the photo that you already have and try to make them different. Maybe throw in like one with just one little candy cane, or one with a Christmas bulb, or one with a holly branch laying somewhere near your products. That could add a decent amount of variety to the products and photos that you already have. You don't have to add holiday props into your listing photos. I don't, but if you don't have any other way to really scream like holiday fun in your shop, it is an option. I personally don't do it. I don't see any negativity from it, but a lot of shoppers do want to see activity. They want to see that you're ready for the holidays. The easiest way to do this is to just update your banner, and you don't even need to add any holiday branding elements to your banner, but putting up your holiday shipping times is enough to show that person that you are ready to cater cater your shipping to the holidays. Because my big concern when I look at a shop that doesn't have a lot of sales is that, oh, does this person even look at their Etsy orders? Are they even actively selling right now? Especially if they haven't made a sale in a while, or I don't see a recent review. So those are all things to consider. But to answer your question, no, you don't have to do that. However, from a shopper's perspective, when it comes to the flat lays that are all identical, I do personally like to see a little bit of variety, even if you're just using the stock flat lays that you get, from whatever print shop that you're using, whatever print on demand company that you're using. I do recommend doing that.
I accidentally skipped Linda. So I'm leaning more earth tone with my branding. So what do you suggest for something to go with that?
I can't really make a suggestion like that, because I would have to see it,
Right.
I mean, you just have to.
It's kind of hard to provide suggestions for that when you don't have the products and things sitting right in front of you.
Right. I mean, you just think about something that goes with whatever your brand message and theme is. That could be holiday related.
Cones.
Yeah, a pine cone, a pine branch. I don't know.
What, holiday theme?
Yeah.
Pregnancy?
Why is pregnancy holiday theme?
People always get pregnant around the holidays.
Yeah, because what else are they going to do? It's cold outside.
Gotta give each other presents, that's for sure. All right, so what's Spring the unboxing babies. Thing? We do unboxing videos where our fun little fans and such send us stuff, and we open up their packages, and then we show them to you.
And then,
pretty much like any other unboxing, just the way we do it.
Information on that is down below, but we take all those products and we put them in a giveaway, and our alphas can enter to win that. We gave away a huge box, like 2 months ago? I think it was.
Hell, I don't know.
It was like 2 months ago. We gave away a huge box of goodies. Let's see.
Emma Marie, when you can't post any more Christmas orders, or you keep saying Xmas, whatever, Christmas, like around the 16th of December, what kind of posts do you schedule?
I like to just
whatever we want.
When you're not accepting Christmas orders, make sure that you make a post that says that, and any time that you post like an ad on your social media, make sure that you put something in there like currently not accepting orders for the holiday, or a holiday deadline has already passed. I like to post a sale after my holiday shipping deadline is over, and make sure that I put on there like post holiday sale. Items will not arrive by Christmas, but get them at a discounted rate. You could also just do posts that are more lifestyle. Say, maybe post photos of products that your fans have already received and have photographed for you, or hold a contest. Say, show me your whatever you ordered from me. We'll say your mug. Take a holiday photo of your mug for a chance to win something. Or, you could even just say for your chance to be featured on my page. Mm-hmm. That's the period where you should just kind of be chilling. Be still post frequently, but you don't need to market nonstop right after your holiday shipping deadline is over, since you're not going to be accepting any holiday orders. And odds are you're probably going to be really busy packing up holiday orders. Make sure that you're still being consistent. Make sure that you're still showing off your branding, but really start focusing on whatever your next collection is going to be. So maybe that's a January collection, or you're asking ideas for a Valentine's Day collection. Get people excited for whatever it is that's coming next. Okay.
Right. Do you ever send Christmas cards to your most loyal customers? Can you ever turn this into January sales, as that's my most quiet time of the year?
You could, but I personally couldn't, because I have like 6,000 customers.
Yeah, just like Joy Roberts says, spend time with your family during the holidays.
Yeah.
Right? Schedule a couple of posts and eat your pie and eat way too much stuffing and whatever.
Yeah, you could always, there's nothing wrong with sending things like that. It's just, first of all, you need to make sure that they're okay with it, because I don't think that it's legal for you to pull their Etsy address or their address off of Etsy and then send them things.
It's definitely not.
Yeah.
You can include it like with an order.
Yeah.
That's probably fine.
But
as long as it still has to be somewhat transactional. You can't.
Right. Unless they give you like permission and you make like maybe an actual mailing list. I don't think that there's any way to do that. They would have to actually opt in for mail from you. So
yeah, unless I'm sure there's ways around that, like how credit card companies can just randomly send you crap, but I don't think it works the same way with just a person.
No.
Do I need to put out Thanksgiving labels for my candles or go straight to Christmas?
I would go straight to Christmas.
Yeah, I would too.
I would go straight to Christmas, honestly. Because most people are decorating for Christmas like around the time that they're having Thanksgiving dinner anymore. So
I added a countdown timer to my website for closing my books.
That's awesome.
Sunday, seriously, I'm all booked up until December already. Thinking of adding a Christmas posting timer in place when it runs out.
That's awesome. Timers promote scarcity. Timers like really get people excited. I put timers, and they're informative. It's good to know. People can see a visual of exactly when the time is running out. So for example,
and you can permanently stick to a deadline. Like you can't have somebody like 5 seconds after the timer goes out say, hey, I want this, no, the timer's over. You can't. You're
right.
Done. Bye.
And like that's like for Handmade Alpha Academy enrollment and things like that. I put a timer in those emails so that everybody knows that when if they open that email and the timer says 0, they're not trying to click the link to go there to even see the product that is no longer available. So yeah, countdown timers are awesome if you have your own website.
Is it possible to launch my store and get my signature collection and fall collection out in time? You best be doing it real soon.
I wouldn't. Fall collections, like I said, guys, fall collections should be out. I would start prepping for the holidays. If it's, if you haven't already made the products, you need to just skip fall and do the holidays. If you already have fall products ready, get those launched like now. But you need to have at least 12 weeks to market them. So you're really running short on time.
What about, I'm right here. I got it. Trust me. What about if you're just opening your shop? I'm just only starting up and wondering if anyone will want to buy from me at Christmas when I have no reviews or sales.
No, this is a great time.
It's the best time to launch. And if you don't make any sales, it's not going to hurt you because then you'll just have stock.
Yeah, this is the best time to launch. This is when everybody is shopping. People are going to be on Etsy actively shopping. Think of it like a mall. You've got the mall during the normal time of year where there's quite a few people, but it's not crazy. But then you walk into the mall like we'll say the week after Black Friday and everybody is shopping and it's just crazy. That is Etsy. So you have to kind of see it the same way. People are all going to be actively shopping on Etsy.
So you stop it. Call it Gothamus at my house. I like to do the Gothy Christmas too. Once our kid's a little bit older, we'll start doing that again. Stop.
My mom has a black Christmas tree and all of her ornaments are little Jack Daniels bottles, like the little the little tiny sampler bottles. She just dumped all the tiny sampler bottles into a big bottle. So she'd have all the little ones that she could hook all over the tree. It's super cute.
If you do unusual or inexpensive items, market for white elephant gift exchanges. Yes. I sell a lot every year. Yeah, every unit I dealt with in the military did one. So I'm sure it's pretty common.
White elephant gifts. If you don't know what those are, Google it. But basically, they're like funny gag gifts that you give anonymously for Secret Santas for like work and parties and things. They're really, really fun.
Amber, ooh, how do the mailing list work? As I'd like to sign people up to receive those catalogs, lookbooks when they're ready. I honestly don't think we could comment on that because I don't really know the legalities of how that works.
Right.
I would probably just hit up some other businesses that maybe do it. If you have any friends that work in bigger businesses,
I'm sure that you could just Google it.
Yeah.
Because your mailing list does have the option to, like MailChimp does have the option to collect addresses, but you also have to make sure that those are GDPR compliant, which gets tricky because it is their physical address. So they would need to sign up. You would almost have to make it its own sign up form and make sure that you're reading everything on GDPR compliance when it comes to actually having their physical address and mailing items to that physical address. So that's a whole other cup of tea that I don't want to jump into because I'm not personally sure.
Joy Roberts said, where do I get that? Where do you get what? Did you have a comment previously? Spend a note.
We missed it.
Where do you get what? We have a lot of recent sales, but not a lot of reviews, and we are sending the swipe files. Do you have any suggestions for us? Not off. I mean, we can't provide anything specifically. It could be so many different things that.
She's in our Handmade Alpha Academy. We have a lot of recent sales, but not a lot of reviews, and we're sending the swipe files. Just keep doing it because those swipe files are absolutely the best way to ensure that you're getting positive reviews. The only other suggestion that I could make if you're still not seeing reviews is to add something right into your actual Etsy orders that asks for a review and make it fun. You know, if you sell a baby blanket, maybe do it like take a picture of your little one wrapped in a blanket, or tell us how much your little one loves the blanket by leaving a review, blah, blah, blah. Make sure that you're really, really showing how much you value those reviews.
People are saying countdown timer. Who knows of a good timer to download? How do you get a timer?
For email, I don't know about websites, but for email lists, I use a website called Sentric. I think it's SENTRIC. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. Someone Google it. I think it's SENTRIC. So Sentric, and that's what I use.
And then also, how do I get a timer for my Etsy page?
You don't get a timer for your Etsy page.
That's specifically for websites and emails.
Right.
And for websites, you're probably either going to have to pay for a plugin or code it yourself, or have your coder.
It should be a cheap plugin though.
No, they're actually kind of expensive.
And if you're in,
I was looking into them, they were like $40 a month.
I think Architect. If you have Architect, I do believe that you get Architect is Renee Christine's course. It actually just closed for building your own website to sell your product. But I believe that she has a plugin available. Let me know, guys, in the comments if she has a countdown timer in her most recent update. We're actually about to start working on our website again. We just, with the Handmade Alpha Academy opening, we had to stop working in Architect, but we are about to pick it right back up. So.
Yeah, they said there's a timer in Architect.
Cool. Awesome. I thought so. That's why Architect is so great. You get $500 worth of plugins for free.
Amber, I think we answered your question. Can I put it out before my signature collection? She was talking about putting out the fall collection before the signature collection.
I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but
it really doesn't matter. I mean, if you're going to be doing your signature collection, or not your signature, but your fall collection launch, you need to be doing it by like very soon.
Yeah.
And if you haven't started marketing it at all, it's probably too late.
Don't just do things for the sake of doing it. Like, make sure that you're being strategic, because you should have 12 weeks of marketing for every collection at a minimum. 12 weeks of marketing at a minimum. So...
Let's see. Can autumn products actually gift sets that will also market for the holidays?
Where's that?
Can my autumn products that are actually gift sets I'm assuming be marketed for the holidays?
Yeah, as long as they're not.
They're autumn themed though.
Okay, if they're autumn themed, then probably not. Those are items that you need to put away and relaunch them next year, because they're probably not going to sell unless you discount them steeply, but you could save them for next year and still sell them at full price. Honestly, if you've got like fall leaves and fall themes, I would put them away and focus on actually, doing holiday themed or neutral themed products. But if it's, December, people don't want to buy fall leaves and things.
Miss Ruby teaches, first time watching. Will this be replayed? Yes. Absolutely. Well, as long as there aren't any issues on YouTube's end.
We've never had issues on YouTube's end.
No,
but.
that would be the only reason we wouldn't have a replay, because it's on their side.
Right.
See here. I launch for the first time forever tomorrow. Totally freaking out. Congrats. Don't freak out. Not that big of a deal. Even if you sell nothing, don't freak out. Totally normal.
Right. Not selling out, like not selling anything on your first day is normal, because if you don't already have a lot of buzz, then it's going to be hard. But that's great, because your first launch should just be, did she say first launch?
Yeah, first launch ever.
First launch. Focus on marketing, launch it, and then focus all your effort into marketing it.
And if you do sell everything, then you can go ahead and freak out, because have fun packing all of it.
Yeah, that's what we had 96 orders.
Yeah, we're probably only going to do this till 1, because we've still got like a buttload of orders left to pack. And they all got to go out today. 96
orders. We've already taken like a lot of them.
We've had more than that, because we packed some consistent. We had over 100 orders we had to pack by this Friday.
So tired.
Let's see, y'all. Woo. Make sure I didn't miss any here. Nope. Okay. What are the ways to sell your whole shop to another Etsy seller, meaning they would be the owner?
We can't give advice on something.
For something like that, I would get with a lawyer.
Yeah.
Depending on how big your shop is, how much money you've made, if you have a tax ID, if you have a business license, all that kind of stuff, because they're probably going to have to be written over to a new person if that's the case. If not, you probably just take a check, document it, and be done. But talk to a lawyer.
Definitely. We can't give legal advice, and that sounds like it's kind of walking in the realm of legal advice.
Yeah.
My launch is on September 21st for my autumn collection.
We are way behind here.
That's okay. I'm just reading
it's okay.
non-questions.
I'm just trying to find where we were, because it jumped. Can my autumn products be gift sets that I also plan to market for holidays? That is my collection that I'm launching on the 21st, gift sets. So that was the same one as before. I think we just read the question wrong. Can my autumn products be gift sets that I also plan to market for holidays? So why don't you shoot us an email afterwards, and we'll try to collaborate more on that question.
Because I don't know. I'm not 100%. Like, if they're autumn themed, then it's probably not going to be as effective. We're not saying that they won't sell, but people don't want to buy autumn themed.
I'm assuming maybe like leftover products from autumn that you're going to put into gift sets. Us. Maybe shoot us an email so we can collaborate. I don't.
Starla at handmadealphaacademy.com.
Yeah. Domestic Platypus. If launching now, even if you only have a few sales, it'll be a huge leg up in the coming year. More people shopping equals more likelihood of someone buying from a shop without prior reviews. Exactly. Let's see here. Will you please explain how to do sale on Etsy shop? I do not want my customers to be a double dip, and not sure how that works.
They won't double dip unless you're using the Etsy on sale app. There's no way for them to double dip. And double dipping is actually the best way to make sales. I have an entire training on double dipping, which is how we make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in a single day. But if you don't want to double dip, they can't double dip on Etsy. They have to use the Etsy on sale app. They can only use one type of sale or the other. They can't use double coupons.
Unless that's changed, and we haven't been made aware, but I haven't seen that change.
Or do you mean putting your shop on sale, like actually hosting a discount, and then you don't want them to use coupons? If that's the case, you need to just issue a coupon and not put your whole shop on sale. You got to kind of pick one or the other, because there's no way to stop people from using coupons. If you offer them, you have to honor them.
Let's see here. The timer. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Is there a particular day of the week that's best for launches, either product lines or sales?
I mean, I consider Fridays the best day for me personally, because that's when people get paid. So
Friday, people get paid. People are off work. If you do them at a specific time, Saturdays, people are out having fun, getting drunk, doing weird stuff with their girlfriends. Just Fridays is usually what we like, but I don't think
it depends on the product.
We
and
haven't
the target
really tested that enough to talk about it. Honestly,
we've done it Saturday. You know what? No matter what day we launch, people come. So as long
it's been a while since we've had to strategize that.
Ask your audience. Ask your audience what they would prefer. Host a poll.
Throw up a freaking poll. You can put as many options in there as you want.
Yeah.
As you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might just add a catalog to my order as a tick box to my website at checkout. Less risky. I would do you're in the US, right? No. I might select that just for the country that you live in. If you have a way to do that where it only shows that, so you're not having to ship catalogs very expensively to people all over the world. Because I imagine that'll get expensive pretty quick, depending on how often you put those out. People are still asking countdown timer. We talked about it. Just rewind a little bit.
It's down below. Amber posted it.
Let's see here. The swipe files have been amazing. I've gotten 20 reviews in the past month from using them. Thank you.
Swipe files are the bomb.
They work for us.
Now, listen, we found out, though, that when we had 96 orders placed in a day, Etsy actually blocked us from sending our swipes because they thought that it was spam messages. So if you're a high volume seller, those swipe files are going to get less and less effective. I think that after we sent
it varied, really. I mean, sometimes it was after like 20 messages. Sometimes it was after like 50. So,
right. So you might end up having to space them out if you get a lot of holiday sales. Just keep that in mind.
Just like everybody else, their algorithm sucks.
We messaged Etsy personally. They told us that there's nothing that they can do, but we can message them and let them. What we did was we said that our messages are transactional. We have to be able to communicate with our customers.
And a lot of them are custom, so that's true.
Right. We do have to communicate with our customers when it comes to our products that are custom. So for any of my alphas who actually placed orders with me during my pre-launch, I know that there were a couple of you guys. If you didn't get swipe files from me, it's because Etsy actually wouldn't allow us to send them because we had so many orders. So just keep that in mind. Try to space them out. And they said try to reword them a little bit. I don't know exactly what it is that triggers the algorithm, but just keep that in mind once you start getting into those really, really high volume sales.
Linda Sue said, then just use the Etsy sale itself. Angela Bale, the double dip only works if you use Etsy on sale and a coupon. Yep. And a lot of people still saying there's a timer in Architect. Yes, yes, yes. The swipe files. Let's see. Well, I definitely did my fall release all wrong. I will keep all this in mind for my next one for sure. My theme is essentially roses, romance, vintage, like the 1920s. Themed it all for autumn.
That's fine.
That's fine. It's just you have to market it consistently.
Right. It doesn't matter if it's themed all for autumn. It's just you need to make sure that you have plenty of time to market it.
Amber Marie, my countdown timer was $25 one-time download, 20% off as a clicked off, and Squarespace was like, don't go. Here's a discount.
Cool.
Just got Architect. Has anyone gotten great results from Etsy's in-cart and favorite marketing tools? I've gotten a few.
Not as good as I'd hoped. I'm still testing that. The new features that Etsy has. I'm still testing those. I'm not going to release any data on those until I have more. I've only had it active for like 4 months. I need to wait until I get a little bit more data for you guys before I begin actually publishing any information. But personally, I haven't been receiving as many sales from it as I'd hoped, but it's still paying itself off. So
what do you think of a pop-up for October?
A pop-up what? A pop-up sale, a pop-up box, a pop-up, what kind of pop-up? I'd have to know specifically what type of pop-up.
And Anushka said, they're not, it's just bags, no leaves. It's autumn just because of timing. See, I launched 4 weeks ago and haven't sold anything. Keep your head up. Sometimes it takes time.
Yeah.
Some launches do well, some launches do crap.
Focus. Yeah, don't just sit and wait either. Make sure that you're marketing. You have to market. Etsy sales don't come from launching a shop. They come from marketing and actually gaining a following.
If you've got free time that you're just scrolling through Facebook, that's free time you could be doing marketing research.
Yep. Schedule your posts, read a book on, a psychology book. Make sure that you're always investing time into your business because that's what's going to pay off.
I see people have my items in their carts, the incognito browser. Any clue on how to get them to bite the bullet and buy?
You can't make someone buy. There are a lot of different ways that we would be
so rich if we knew how to do that.
Right. You can persuade them to buy with coupons. And I have a video tip called Views into Sales from, I believe, last year, where I talk about a really cool little tip to turn people who are viewing your listings into buyers. But for people who have added your products to their cart, there is that abandoned cart coupon code that sends out. That's another great thing that you can activate in your Etsy shop. But there's nothing that you can do once they add that product to their cart that's going to cause them to just, immediately buy. It's all about making sure that you're getting them to buy while they're on the listing page. Okay. That's when you want them to buy, is when they're actually viewing that listing for the first time. You want them to buy it quickly. You can do that through scarcity. You can do that by having a a limited coupon code or a limited time sale, or making sure that you're representing that there's a limited quantity of those products. I personally like to list, even my bestsellers that I have a lot of, I list them in smaller quantities at a time. That way it actually shows, okay, there's only 3 or 4 of these. I need to buy them now or they're going to disappear. I've got an infinite number ready to go. However, that average shopper sees that there's only 3 of them. And then when they sell out, I just activate more. So.
All right. More love for the swipe files. We're glad that you like them.
Love the swipe files.
Heather,
I won't be sending those swipe files to you guys by email for those who request them. I'm going to be doing something different where you'll be able to access those with a training later on. It's something that I need to work on probably after the holidays, just because we're going to be so busy getting you guys holiday trainings. But I want to make sure that everyone is aware that we won't be sending those by email anymore. We will have a better opportunity to get them with a training that goes with them, so there's no confusion. So just a quick disclaimer.
Yeah, and also just keep in mind that this is literally our busiest time of year, especially now having the Academy. So if it takes us a little bit of time to get back to your questions, just please be understanding that
we do run a very successful Etsy shop on top of the alphas, and we have
on top of the 161 students that we currently have,
and the free trainings that we do for you guys, because we love you.
We're super duper busy. We will try to get to as many questions as possible as long as I can read them.
We love you guys.
Let's see here. We sell handmade bread boxes that a lot of people bought for gifts for Christmas last year.
Okay.
However, because of the size, I'm not sure how to offer gift wrap. Any suggestions?
Can you put it in a branded box? Could you wrap it? Could you put it in the box and then just shove tissue paper around it? There's a million ways that you could gift wrap. You could even just decorate the box itself that you're shipping it in. I recommend getting branded tape, though. That's always a really fun way to do it. Or just cool inserts. Make some really cool inserts on like Vistaprint or something, some card stock. There's a million things that you can do. Don't focus so much on actually wrapping it if you don't think that it's possible. Maybe just tie a big ribbon on it, stick a bow on it, do something unexpected. That's basically what you want to do.
Is it okay to launch your first offering without advertising? Would it be wise to do so on November 1st? No, the CIA will come get you. No, I'm just kidding.
Your first offering?
I'm assuming their first launch.
Is it okay to launch your first offering without advertising?
No. I shouldn't ever launch with anything without advertising.
Yeah, you can do it, but
unless it's just like a surprise one-off. Here's a one-of-a-kind thing I made.
You can do it, but you're probably not gonna make a whole lot of. People have to know where to find you. You have to do a little bit of advertising. You can do it, and you might get organic sales on Etsy. I'm not telling you not to do it. Do it if you're coming to the decision whether to launch or not to launch. Just launch, get the products out there, and then worry about advertising. If you didn't advertise beforehand, that's fine. Make sure that your next collection that you advertise in advance. Okay, so just get that collection launched. Advertise after the fact, try to advertise for 12 weeks, and then launch another collection and start marketing that one early. Okay, so hopefully that helps.
He said coupons come off of the original price, not the sale price. Not when you use Etsy on sale, because the sale price ends up being the original price technically on the page.
Yeah, Etsy on sale.
All it does is edit your advertising photos to look like they're on sale, and then it drops the actual price of the item in your shop to accommodate that. So it is coming off of the price listed.
About a year ago, I released a video called, I think it's How to Double Dip for Black Friday. Be sure to go watch that video if you guys want to learn how I make oodles and oodles and oodles of money on Black Friday. That's still one of my most popular videos, so be sure to go back and watch that.
I came up with a decal 9/11 themed for my Etsy, got a lot of likes, said I will put it up for the next 9/11, but not being a holiday item, can that be put out at any time or wait till close to the next 9/11? So just personally, I wouldn't release anything 9/11 themed unless you're going to be giving some money to an organization to help the families that were victims. That's just a personal thing for mine, because that's taking advantage of a tragedy. Obviously, you're not thinking of it that way, most likely, but from a military perspective and a perspective of somebody who understands how crazy some customers can be, you might offend somebody selling something 9/11 themed unless you're giving some sort of money to an organization that helps firefighters, police officers, military members, something like that.
I would launch in August, though, to answer your question. August.
Yeah, definitely August or July. If you're doing your fall theme in July or something like that, you could launch it then.
And not to mention, you could use that as a benefit. Raise your prices a little bit. That way you can actually put on there that we give X% to this organization. So I think that's a really, really beneficial way to do that for everybody, you know?
Yeah. Let's see here. Love the swipe files. Glad you do. Love your channel. Apparently you don't love our channel anymore, Islanders Co. I saw your comment.
Disappeared. Retracted.
Well, fine. Go away. All right.
Maybe there was a typo in it.
Maybe. I didn't catch the whole thing. You mentioned earlier about increasing prices. Do you just increase your whole shop at once and let your customers know ahead of time, or just go for it? Which sounds easier to
There's two ways. I say this like every Friday Q&A. So excuse me to those, you know, who have heard it a million times.
Pay attention.
There's two ways to increase your shop's prices. You can do it all at once and make it a celebration. So you do not send out an email or post or anything that say, unfortunately, we had to raise your prices. You frame it as a celebration. You say, thanks to you guys, I can no longer keep up with demand, and I have to increase my prices starting on this date. For the next 10 days, you can claim all of my original prices, and after that, my prices will increase. I just want to thank you guys so much for all of your support and for making this possible. Just make it a celebration. Make it positive. If you frame it as a negative, they will see it as a negative. The other way that you can do it is gradually over the course of about a year, where every single launch, you increase those prices a little bit and nobody really notices. Mm-hmm. That way is a lot harder. That's the way that I personally...
It just takes more time, honestly.
That's the way that I personally did it. And I wish I would have just done it all at once, honestly. So...
Janelle, this will be our first holiday season. Excited to put out some holiday products. Only launched a month ago and have so much still to learn. Thanks for sharing your experience. You're welcome. We love you. Orquidia, what is your opinion about a Christmas mystery box?
You can't sell mystery boxes.
On your own site? Fine. Can't do it on Etsy.
No, you can't do a mystery box on Etsy. They have to know exactly what they're getting. Otherwise, it's considered a lottery, and it is against Etsy's rules.
Oh God, Black Friday, forgot about that.
Don't forget about that.
Yeah, don't forget about that. That's usually our best day of the year. Will a flash Black Friday sale work just as well as a marketed one?
Now you have to consider.
It depends on your audience.
Well, I think that you should advertise early for a Black Friday sale, because these people are going to receive a gazillion Black Friday emails. Now, what I do is I send my Black Friday email like middle of the day on Thanksgiving while everyone's eating their dinner, and I consistently send emails and marketing nonstop, letting them know this is the time that you guys will get this sale. It's coming. Make sure that you're watching. Right when that sale launches, everything will sell out. Don't stop looking at your email. I'll send that email, at this time. And I get them so excited. I constantly remind them. I send them tons of emails to let them know, like, okay, one more hour till everything sells out. I even call it, I say at midnight, we are going to break Etsy. Like, that's what I say. That's how I frame my sale. I say, we're going to break Etsy with this Black Friday sale because it's so intense. And that's how I sell out of literally everything on Black Friday. Because
it's so great and so horrible at the same time, because it's like everyone that you see, you're like,
yeah, sale.
That's 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes. And 155 minutes adds up to a lot of 5 minutes.
We're going to have a helper. We're going to have a helper this year. I'm not going to mention who he is just yet, but we will have a helper soon. And maybe we could have him come on for a Friday Q&A. I think that he'd get a kick out of that.
Well, I don't know if we can fit 3 people on the screen.
We could try. He's a big
boy.
He is a big boy, but we might have a helper this holiday.
How do you see if your item is in someone's cart? You just look at it. You just look over at their cart and you see it.
No. That is
I'm being a smart ass. Let me be it. Oh, there goes the money. There goes the monetization.
We've already said bad words once.
Oh, shit.
For your add to cart feature, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. But when you see that something is in their cart, you do that from your promotional tab where you see your abandoned cart feature. Am I correct? Or is it from listing to listing where it says X number of people have this item in their cart? A lot of times you can look directly at your listings and see where it says, 5 people have this item in their cart, which actually is meant to drive people who are thinking about buying to buy it. You know, when they see, oh, a bunch of people already have it in their cart, they're going to buy it out from under me. There's only 3 available. I better buy it now. You know, that's one of the ways that you can see it. But you can also see it from the abandoned cart feature that Etsy now has in your promotional tab.
Guys, would a swipe file work as a JPEG, like save it as an image and send as a photo in conversations, could avoid the spam? I wouldn't, simply because it doesn't look as human. It's obvious that you copied a picture and pasted it instead of a written message, because obviously frequent customers, they're not going to care about the swipe
Not to mention,
anyway.
that's not what's being flagged. What's being flagged is the fact that you're sending repetitive messages.
It's identical messages.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
And that would still be identical because it would still be a photo that's sending over and over again.
Yeah, pictures might actually get blocked faster.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, you guys are so awesome. You know, you don't got to tell me that.
What's wrong with you?
I'm really not this crappy of a person, I promise. This is all an act.
Okay, so I wanted to throw out a quick disclaimer real quick. We have a lot of people in the replays that talk about how disrespectful Mark is to me and how he needs to respect me. Guys, do you realize that we are memers?
I'm a 4chan lord. I am a literal, it's called a shit poster. That is what I am called.
We trash talk each other constantly
because our type of humor.
That is our relationship.
That's our type of humor.
That's how we love. That's how we play. Don't get mad at Mr. Moore. I just don't
touch me.
I just don't do it. I just don't do it as much live because I don't want you guys to think that I'm mean.
She's not as quick-witted as I am when we're on camera. I can come up with the snaps pretty quick. Some of them are funny, some of them are stupid. I
have to try to not offend all 6,000 people who watch our channel, but you know, it happens.
It's her business, not mine.
I give my husband the finger at least once a week. Exactly.
Does he like it?
Oh.
I'm not done anyway. I got like a whole freaking
went
paragraph.
Our monetization.
No, it didn't. It's not going to catch that.
Mr. Moore.
When someone favorites your item on Etsy and you send them a coupon code, is that breaking the rules? Yes, because that's not a transactional message.
You cannot message people who have not purchased from you.
Unless they message you first.
Yeah, if they message you first, that's fine. But you can't just randomly message somebody. It is against Etsy's terms of service. And any shop that does it to you is breaking the rules.
That's right.
And we report those shops.
There is a thing that you can, if they're obnoxious, like if they send something really stupid and we've never talked to them before, it's just automatically like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There is a thing that you can activate within Etsy that they'll send it for you for 10 cents a message. Not sure the price. Yeah.
That's in the abandoned cart feature in the promotional tab.
I do wood carving everywhere I go, and I've just started selling on Etsy. Haven't sold any yet, but you guys are being a lot of help. Thanks. Really. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
And I like it.
And I like it. I don't like it. Oh no, we lost everything.
No, it's okay.
We gotta try to get Scoot. No, there's Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I'm wearing your Jacqueline, we actually just looked at your shop today. Mr. Moore was gawking at all the new.
Yeah, I might buy a ring from you.
He's looking at all the new autumn things.
Okay, I'm almost there. Okay.
Jacqueline is from the Wicked Griffin, by the way. Wicked Griffin. Be sure to look up the Wicked Griffin.
Hot Mess said post on Instagram to get a lot of traction for your new shop. Yeah. Someone bit the bullet and I had a cha-ching. Good job.
Just skip everything that isn't a question.
Okay.
Looking for your question so we can
does Etsy have sales tax integrated in their software that lurks to collect and charge sales tax to customers? I don't sell on Etsy yet, but no, we will have to do this by October 1st in my state.
You can incorporate sales tax, yes. And sales tax will automatically be deducted for the states that specifically require. So Washington and what are the other states, guys? Washington and a couple others, like 2 others that actually require that sales tax. That will automatically be deducted by Etsy and you'll never have to deal with it. Okay. So just keep that in mind.
Where would you get branded tape? Anywhere that sells branded tape.
Just Google branded tape.
There's a bunch of responses. I'm just being a smart ass. Okay. Oh, come on. I still love you. I just completed my comment. I'm glad you've reached your final form.
You've reached your final form.
Do you do your Black Friday sale on Etsy or in your group? It was so fun to watch. We do pretty much every one of our launches exactly the same as our last
Black Friday sale, though. I advertise it in my group and I let my VIPs know that they'll be the first to get. Basically, my VIPs get the double dip. The general public gets a sale. And if you need to know what a double dip is, go back to my older videos. There's one from last year called How to Double Dip for Black Friday. There's a picture of Chip Dip on the thumbnail, and I'm all dressed up super cute rockabilly style. Look for that specific video, okay? And that'll teach you how I do my Black Friday launches.
Are your Black Friday items your signature collection?
No.
No.
Black Friday items is my whole shop. I put my whole shop on sale. That's the one time a year that you should be putting everything on sale. Like Black Friday is the one day, even new products, everything should be on sale. Just put it all on sale.
In the background in an elf suit. What are you talking about?
In the background in an elf
What
suit.
you talking about, Willis?
In the elf suit. In an elf suit? No. There's critters.
Where do we get branded washi tape? I love that idea.
Google it. I don't know.
Anybody out there have a contact for 14 karat gold filled or sterling silver stamping blanks?
Google it.
Google it.
Ask in the Handmade Alpha Facebook community. Link down below.
Any contacts for customized boxes? Google it.
Google it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know offhand.
Also, send it. Forgot it.
Did you lose it?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm too far down this.
Post in the Handmade Alpha Facebook community for all of this branded stuff, because I don't know offhand that there are a lot of different resources. I just don't have them in my head right now.
Okay, shush. Domestic Platypus. Also sending swipe files to JPEG makes it look more like a spam fraud to Etsy as its common fraud tactic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually when I talked to the chat, they said that's the big thing. Like they would undo the ban, but you would have to prove that you weren't spam messaging your customers. You would have to send them like what you're sending them and prove it. So let's see. Linda Sue said foreplay. You get it. Talking about the giving her husband the finger.
Oh,
yeah, best kind. It's playful banter. Yeah, exactly. It's playful banter. Just one.
Oh, we're just now here to the.
Yeah. Do you mean branded packing tape? I would assume so.
Yes.
So late, love the hair. Cool. I know I love it too. What is the average people spend on gifts in the USA? My gift set's around $250. I'm from Europe. Dude, honestly, it totally depends on what neighborhood you're in.
Yeah, really.
Because like even in my own family, I have people that spend $20 on a gift, and I have people that spend like $500 on a gift. It's impossible to tell you for the US.
US is a big place.
Look up the average income and put it at like 0.1%. That's probably about where it's at. I don't know.
That, you know what? It doesn't matter what your products cost. There's somebody in the US who makes the money to buy it. So don't worry about that.
Sonora K Creations, TMI. Only if you make it that way. Mark, oh my God. Yep. I get that a lot. I'm super excited about the new banner I just created. Thanks for the instructional video. You're welcome. We love you. Fudge.
Sticker Mule. Yeah, that's another good one for stickers and stuff.
Was just looking at WG Ring post on Instagram. It's such a great photo, Jacqueline. Good photo, Jack.
Jack.
Yep.
Don't call Jacqueline Jack.
That's your name now.
Jacqueline, does anybody call you Jack like in your home life? That would be like me calling him Tony. Hey, Tony.
Yeah, but I would spell it like Jacque. Jack.
Tony.
I use tax jar for my Shopify shop. Shut your mouth. Lord knows I hate that name. I hate it.
Nobody calls
so
him.
much.
Nobody in his real life calls him Anthony. We all call him Mark. No, nobody calls him Mark. We all call him Anthony, but don't call him Tony. Anthony.
Fuck out of here with that.
Anthony.
Thanks, Lexi. Still working hard. Blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah.
Would you send the same snippets to a repeat customer? Yeah, I still typically send them to the repeat customers because it doesn't hurt.
They expect it. Our customers expect it. They know that
At the very least, they won't read it, but they'll know their crap is out.
Right.
Like they'll know it was sent. They'll know that we received their order. That kind of thing. So it doesn't hurt.
No.
Can you explain what a branding rep ambassador is? I was emailed by a company wanting me to be one for them. Said they liked my brand, but I don't really know what all that means.
So usually if you got it on Instagram, those are usually fake. What they want to do is they want you to be a brand ambassador, or they want to be your ambassador. So basically a brand ambassador is somebody who takes your products and shows them off on their social media account. If they want you to be a brand ambassador, you got to look out for messages that say, I really like your style. I really like your brand. If they're not specific, that's a copy and paste message that they're sending to everybody. You need to make sure that you're actually looking up the legitimacy of their specific profile. If they have a blog, ask questions, get links. If they're asking you to be a brand ambassador, then they've got that bass backwards, because they need to be a brand ambassador to you? That would be like a model or an influencer, somebody who,
it can mean quite a few different things.
Yeah. So
it's somebody that does good for you.
Right. That's somebody who advertises for you, like
unless you're really good at what you do and they want you to do that or something. I don't know specifically.
Yeah. That sounds, usually when you get those messages like on Instagram and stuff, they're just poop.
And Amber Marie, what I meant was you don't launch anything specific for Black Friday. It's just what you have in stock. Do you add and make more stock just for Black Friday?
Yes. I make sure that my shop is full for Black Friday. But I do launch a holiday collection in early November. And that is like my Black Friday. Like I launched that holiday collection, November 1st, 2nd, 3rd-ish, right at the beginning of November. And then that's like the collection that is super duper stocked. And then my best sellers, I obviously make sure that there's plenty of stock behind those. We actually are hiring help this year because we want to make sure that we have enough products, because there's no way I can keep up with demand anymore. There's no way.
Do you think Etsy shops that buy one of the new packages come up in search results or more often?
It's illegal. No. Those paid Etsy packages, no, that does not affect your SEO at all. The only thing that might benefit is, when you get those ad credits that will count you, for your actual little ads. But no, they cannot legally do that. So it has no contribution to your SEO.
Without announcing it.
Yeah.
Like websites can definitely tell you that, like, yeah, we'll put you on the front page if you pay us X amount of money. Like Facebook's pretty blunt with the fact that they only put a certain amount of content out, and they actually message you to let you know, like, hey, you should advertise this because nobody's going to see it.
Right. So,
no. Etsy doesn't do that.
No.
Let's see here. Depends on who the gift is for and how much is spent. Okay. This is going south quick. Yeah, she is. Sometimes my house nickname is Mouse. Okay. Mouse. Love the swipe files.
Mouse.
Glad you like them.
It's not Jack. It's Mouse. Mouse.
My hubby and I have been married 25 years, and we do the same thing all the time. I call him a pain in the anus, and he keeps the marriage fun. Yeah, of course. Shit talking is the language of love. Talking about names, I'm Hunter because Google denied my real name could be Hunter, Hunter.
That's hilarious.
I even sent them a copy of my passport and they denied my appeal. That's hilarious.
Wow.
I've known like 4 dudes just in my hometown named Hunter. They're fake, and a couple of chicks. They're fake. They want you to buy their items and then post it on your channel. True brand ambassadors get the items they are promoting it for free.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. I wrote them and asked them, how is that going to benefit me? And I never heard back. Yeah, we actually just had a company who wanted us to test out some stuff.
A microphone.
Literally never messaged us back.
Yep. We asked questions. We did what we were supposed to do, and they never emailed us back.
I'm not just gonna review. I told them I'm not just gonna review something. Like, I'm gonna use it practically, and I'm gonna be honest.
Right. I'm not.
And then they didn't message me back.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna use something that sucks and then say, "Wow, this was great."
That's why we have yet to put out for any like in-stream advertisers, because we could totally like find a company that would let us advertise on our live streams for like $10 a video, but it's got to be something that like we already believe in.
I would do like audiobooks or something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Makes sense.
First time
I'm on an iPad, so slow to type. I'm not a Ring fan, but I wanted the whole index finger and 2 from the middle one. LOL swoon.
From Jacqueline's.
Oh, okay.
First time ever joining a live stream, and it's almost an hour in. There will be a replay.
Done.
This is the Q&A at the end. The bulk of the content's at the beginning, so just watch the replay if you want to just see the content.
Just finished my holiday banner. Added PNG snowflakes to an existing banner found on PNG tree. Okie dokie. There are tons of posts on Facebook that Etsy rotates shops and throttles sales. It's not. I guarantee you that's not true.
No.
Etsy has so much oversight from so many people that there's at least one tech-savvy person that's watching what they're doing, that's not saying anything, that's waiting for them to screw up like that.
Guys, you can't listen. No matter what, there's people in the Etsy forums and in Facebook groups that say, Etsy's not letting anybody see my products, and I've worked on my SEO and nobody's buying, and it's all Etsy's fault. That is a way to pass the blame off onto somebody else rather than yourself. If you're not making sales, it is nobody's fault but your own. I love you guys, but if you're not making sales, you need to advertise more. You need to get an email list. Tough freaking love. There's something wrong with you and your shop if you're not making sales.
But here's the thing, regardless of whether or not you believe that, if that is happening, there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
So you might as well just think like that's not happening, which it's most likely 99.9% sure that it's not. And just ignore it.
Yes.
Just ignore it.
Advertise.
100%. Do what we tell you to do, or if you don't want to do what we tell you to do whatever you think is the correct thing to do, and continue on that way and ignore that it's happening. Because just like the whole like New World Order thing people like to get into about government, there's nothing you can do about it anyway. So you might as well pretend like it's not happening.
The thing is, you have to think strategically, no matter what stage of business that you're in. I was not always successful. I was not always making sales on Etsy. It took years for me to get to this point. And I took what I learned and created an entire channel about it. Okay. And a course and a paid course. But I didn't get like this to this point overnight, guys. This took years. This took crying at my computer.
We're on 6 years now. So.
Yeah, there were so many nights that I literally sat in front of my computer, bawling my eyes out, trying to get my SEO to the point where I'm showing up on page 1 for, my keywords in most searches. Don't waste time blaming external sources if you're not seeing success. You need to think about, what can I do, or what am I doing wrong? No one likes to blame themselves, but the shops that blame themselves and criticize themselves are the shops who ultimately are successful.
And regardless, like even if they were rotating shops and throttling certain shops down, like there's still ways around it. Yeah, exactly. Like they might be pushing certain shops, and there's a chance that they're pushing like the favorites on the front page and stuff like that. That's totally possible. 100% possible. But the thing is there's such a low chance with the thousands of shops that are on Etsy that you're going to make it to that anyway. So just do what you can do to avoid any kind of those problems. We've been on this one for a while.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Do you message customers that you see their orders are delayed due to extreme weather? I have an order that a customer paid for expedited shipping, but it seemed to be delayed.
Oh, yeah, yes. Communicate.
I would, and USPS or whatever you shipped through will likely also have something at the top of the page. And if they leave you a negative review because of it, you can always fight the negative review. So
yeah, but
don't be too worried about that.
The key is to keep them informed. Message them through the process. Say, unfortunately, this was out of my control. Provide a link if you can find it, like USPS shipping delays. Provide a link to that and make sure that they're aware.
Mm-hmm.
Look at everybody. They're all...
See, I'm a girl. I know. That's why I said I also knew Chick's Name Hunter as well. Let's see here. Facebook does the same thing with... Where'd it go? With native names. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Facebook's kind of poopy sometimes. See here, has anyone worked with a marketing company like Hibu for sidebar ad marketing in Facebook? They've contacted me and showed me an example, but it was terrible, like Mom Blog from 2000.
No, if people are contacting you, then they're not good. You contact good advertisers. Good advertisers don't contact you.
Mark is being a snark today. No, I'm not. I'm just being myself.
He is. He's being very him today.
She announced that I was going to do that, so that gave me free reign to be however I want in this particular stream. How is the hurricane for everyone? We only hear on the news. It's going great for us. So I'm just joking. I hope you guys are safe. Hurricanes suck. They're horrible.
We will never.
You should move out of states where that's a problem.
Yeah, we don't want to live near any beaches. We're terrified of all of that. So hopefully you guys are all staying dry. If you guys are told to evacuate, please don't try to be one of those like diehards who's like, I ain't leaving my homestead. Leave.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
If you have the money and the capabilities,
leave.
Go.
Take your pets. Go find a friend somewhere else. Don't stay in the middle of that storm.
Or leave your pets. Sharks are hungry. Anushka, would you agree that for selling products previously mentioned gift sets of bags with a price around $250, you need luxury marketing or just plain targeted marketing like for everything else? I would probably just market everything exactly the same regardless of price.
Yeah.
Like just market everything as hard as you possibly can. Spend the money that you can within budget. That kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I was behind. Your look over their cart comment had me snorting. Glad you like it. Sometimes my jokes are actually funny. Most of the time they're not. Let's see here. I always watch the replay. Which is better, selling on Etsy or getting your own website?
There's nothing better. Neither is better. Neither is worse. It depends on
it depends on how much work you're willing to put into it.
Right. It depends on how you advertise. Neither is better than the other.
Crafty Card said victim mentality.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Victim mentality?
Victim mentality.
Oh, maybe for me getting all freaking out about. Yeah. Don't play victim.
Whatever.
Etsy's not trying to hurt you guys. They need us.
Which is better. Oh, I just read that.
Etsy wouldn't survive without us. They're not trying to hurt you. I promise.
Etsy's a numbers game. They go by the reviews, actual sales as far as showing up. That's why favorite games don't work. So play with SEO and photos. Get seen.
Yes.
Get good scrub.
Have you ever tried?
After changing SEO, you have to wait for it to work. Yep. Have you ever tried to get your items in stores, Starla? Big stores like Nordstrom? No, that's selling out.
No, I can't. I can't keep up with them.
We don't have the kind of product for that kind of thing anyway. Like if you do custom jewelry, like actually like hammered out jewelry like that, and you have like a workflow and employees, maybe. If you make decorations for homes, maybe. But
I make my products in like batches of 30. You know,
I personally like the selling
small,
the handmade, selling small community. We make
I value that.
Yeah, we make enough money off of it to survive. The workflow isn't insane. We don't have to have employees. Like it's nice.
I value being small. Like I like that. I don't want to be bigger than I am. I'm making enough money. I am going to be getting an assistant, but I want to stay in my own little corner of the world where I represent myself. Like that's why I started selling on Etsy to begin with. I like that I am the boss, and maybe that's just because I'm a control freak, but my fans value that. And for me to sell like in stores, I feel like that would take away from what they value most. So no, I haven't considered it.
Just wind gusts for us so far. Rain hasn't hit us here in Charlotte.
Hungry shark.
Hungry shark. Do. Okay. That's the Facebook thing. Oh yeah. We're watching our hometown float away.
Oh no! I hope you got all your like important things with you. That sucks.
Hopefully your pets.
Yeah.
Has anyone tried Amazon Handmade? Do you like it?
I did. I'm not a fan of the types of shoppers because they're still in that Amazon mindset where their reviews aren't going to be as good.
They're not there to shop for you. They're there to shop on Amazon.
Yeah.
Period. So they're not thinking about the fact that your product's handmade. There's probably a couple little dwindlers in there. But
the thing is,
it's not a good place for it, honestly.
I mean, there's a lot of people who are successful on Amazon Handmade.
Definitely.
I would do both, though. If you're going to do it, make sure that you have Etsy, too. Do both. I didn't find that much success on Amazon, and I actually ended up closing my Amazon shop because it wasn't paying out. You know, it wasn't worth my time.
I'm starting to create in batches of 3. Can't wait till I can get to the 10 and 15 mark. Yeah, the more you can create in a good amount of time, I think the less stressful things are. We figured out a process where I think we're about as fast as we can get.
Jacqueline, that's how I feel. I don't want to go any bigger than what I alone can manage. Yeah, like
some people do. Some people do thrive to have either their own storefront or to sell in wholesale to big companies. That's the dream, honestly, because you can make millions. But I feel like we've discussed this before because we've considered doing wholesale in the past. But the thing is you lose that personality, you lose that love. Quality assurance isn't going to be as good because you can't have oversight over everything. It's one of those things where like they'll make 100 of them, they send you one of them, and that's the one you look at for quality check. It just loses the loving touch. If you want to go big, that's fine. But I still, even at that point, make your own website, grow your brand that way, and sell that way. That way you're not getting to the big box size, but you're still...
Hi, we're live right now, Mommy. We're live. Can I call you back? We've got like 174 people watching my phone call.
When you can.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Anyway, yeah, I would honestly recommend doing it your own way and not go to the big box size unless that's what you want to do. But that's going to take some time and some serious effort. So
is 3 a good start number?
Buckle up, buckaroo.
For products? Yeah, like 3 in stock. 3 is a great start number because you can see what
not
sells.
3 different products.
Right, 10 different products, 3 of each.
At a minimum.
Right.
Go. My sales are so far. Once it gets to more, then I can add more. Yeah. Thanks for answering my
Mom.
questions today. You have a great show here. Thank you. That was freaking precious.
All right, let's go ahead and answer Lisa's, and then we're going to get off here because I need to make sure that my mom is okay. Down at the bottom. All the way.
I didn't see a question.
Lisa.
Is there a certain way to fill out customs forms so that customers don't get charged extra for their purchases?
That's illegal.
Don't do that. We've had people ask us in the past to do that, and unfortunately, if you can't afford to pay the customs coming into you, you probably shouldn't be buying a product in the first place.
Right. Customs fees are their obligation. That would be like me paying somebody else's taxes. If people message you and say, can you mark this as a gift? You need to let them know that that is illegal, and that puts you at risk. So don't ever mark, products as gifts or, undershoot the item value. Make sure that you're being honest with that.
Amber.
Don't worry. They need to respect the rules of their country,
It said, make them fly over and come get it. Exactly. What year did you become successful? Here to get super deep. Success is entirely under your own definition. So you tell us.
What year did you become successful? Well, to me, I'll tell you, like, personally, what I felt was success. Success was when he told me, when he was in the military, and his mental state, and this is going to be our last question, guys. His mental state was declining. His physical state was declining. He learned that he had degenerative disc disease. He was struggling to bend down to tie his boots. He was hardly able to, go to work every day. And success came when I was able to tell him he didn't need to re-enlist, and we were able to move out of California. He didn't need to re-enlist for another 6-year term, and we were able to go back home to Ohio, which is ultimately, we didn't have enough money to live in a mansion or anything like that, but success was being able to afford a house and food and to get my daughter's school clothes and to pay our bills and to get out of debt. Yep. To me, that was success. And that's exactly why I created the Handmade Alpha Academy, which, like I said, that opens again in December. As long as you're on the email list, you'll get a big fat discount. But
we're happy. We're our own bosses. We have the money I just went up and bought a laptop because I needed one. Right. Like it wasn't a thought I had to give. So right. We're comfortable. So if you want to call that success, then
the day you announced Mark could quit his job. Yeah, that was last October.
That's why I said it's all about your definition of success.
Yeah.
I would say that we're successful. We can't really narrow down I wouldn't narrow down a specific time, because I'd say she's been successful well before I could quit my job.
Yeah.
But
to me, that's when I felt like I made it, like I did something.
They said, "Who are you and where is Mark?" This is an i7 8650H with a GTX 1070 graphics card and a 144 hertz 1080p display. This is a gaming laptop by MSI. It's one of the ones that I said you would like. So don't get on me. My ridiculously overpriced, unnecessary gaming computer is still sitting here.
Yeah,
it's fine. This is literally just an extra for when we travel.
All right, so some end news, guys. Handmade Alpha Academy opens in December. I'm thinking around December 1st. Haven't decided on a date yet, but it will only be open for 10 days. If you want a big fat discount on that, the link to join the Handmade Alpha VIP list is down below. I send emails only occasionally and only if they're important. For example, I sent an email today letting you guys know when the Q&A was. So make sure that you join that. Also linked down below is the Handmade Alpha Facebook community, which is a free community where you guys can chat with other Handmade Alphas, ask questions. If you need advice on Etsy related topics, that's where you need to go. October 28th, I will be at Bitchcraft Fair in Columbus, Ohio. It is a Halloween kind of witchcraft, super fun, spooky event. For the main focus is empowering women. However, you are free to bring hubbies. It is not a women's only event, nor is it an adult only event, but there will be alcohol, just be aware. But children are welcome. Children are welcome. There's going to be trick-or-treating. And if you're not into the whole witchcraft type theme, I will be in my own room doing 2 presentations. And during each presentation, I will be giving away scholarships, 2 in total, to my Handmade Alpha Academy, which values at $2,000, technically $1,997, but you can enter to.
And before we get any crap for that, we actually already talked to our tax lady. It's not even a write-off. So we are gaining nothing from giving that away. I just want to, any crappers that are listening after this video is over, we don't benefit from this at all.
No. This is just because I want to meet you guys. I want to hug you guys. Yes. I want to take selfies with you guys.
I want to meet y'all.
What time are you doing your presentations? We don't have an exact time yet. However, we believe that one is going to be after like around 3 p.m. And then I need about an hour to an hour and a half rest in between to prepare, to get a drink, to walk around for a minute, get myself a snack,
get
and
tech
then
set up, whatever.
Right, get tech set up. So the other one will be a little bit later. There's going to be over 80 80 vendors there, and I believe that they're still taking applications for vendors. So make sure that you check out their website. That is all linked down below. Tickets are about $15, but those tickets include everything, including the presentation and all of the vendors and the snacks and all the fun stuff. So it's only one ticket price. We will be there all day. So come hang out with us, and you might end up winning a scholarship to Handmade Alpha Academy. We're doing 2 of those.
And Amber Marie said to open the box before she thinks November. If nothing else arrives, please, because there is food in there.
Oh, snap. Okay, maybe we'll just open it. Like, we'll record it soon. We'll just open it like tonight or something.
Yeah, we'll just record that one particular snippet, and maybe we'll put yours at the end that way, because we'll probably be in different outfits.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you have any questions about Bitchcraft Fair or that event, feel free to email me at starla@handmadealphaacademy.com. Ultimately, I would like to see as many of you guys there as possible. I want to be able to take selfies with you and, you know, give hugs and actually meet some of you in person so you can see how short I am in reality, because I'm only like 5'2". But anyway, guys, hope you all have an amazing, super duper fun weekend. Thank you again to Domestic Platypus for our
love them.
Our awesome Friday Q&A mugs that we're going to be using every Friday.
We'll be hitting you up probably in the next week for some band stuff if you're free.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next Friday.
Have a good weekend,
Bye.
y'all.